Hi guys, it's Katie from Midlife Rambler, and today we're talking about vision boards. I made my first vision board in 2009, and it was such a powerful tool that I've made one every year since. And in 2015, I wrote a post on Midlife Rambler about my vision board process, and to this day, it's one of the most popular posts on the site. So I know a lot of you guys are really interested in learning how to use vision boards effectively. Over the last few years since I wrote that post though, I've changed my process just a little bit, and I actually want to go into more detail so that you can learn how to make your own vision board for 2022 that really truly works. If you don't know what a vision board is also called a dream board sometimes, and it's really just a collection of images and words, if you want, that are designed to help motivate, inspire you, and uplift you so that you can reach your goals, your hopes, your dreams. There's a lot of science behind why vision boards work, and I cover that in the blog, but I do think that there is just a little bit of magic too. I don't think that there are things that science can't understand and explain, but I do think that maybe we don't know everything yet. And all I know is that a lot of times I've had some really weird coincidences come into my life after I put something about it on my vision board. And I want that for you guys too. It's a great way to really get the life that you were born to live. So I like to start each year about this time of year, and I make a vision board that sort of embodies my goals, my hopes, what I want to happen in the upcoming year. And I also try to tie it into my word of the year so that I can remember that. And I've got a separate post about how to pick your own word of the year, which I'll link to below. So this year, my word of the year is flow. And the reason is because 2020 and 2021 were such bonkers years that I have decided it's pointless to try to have any idea of control on what happens to me. But I want to be like a river. A river keeps flowing no matter what kind of terrain it goes over. A river goes around obstacles in its way, goes over obstacles on its way. A river is peaceful and calm. And that's what I mean by my word of the year this year being flow. I want to flow toward my goals, but not stress about them. If something comes up, I'm not going to have a big fit about it. I'm just going to flow past it. And I'll let life kind of flow me where it needs to go. And I'll assume that everything that happens is for my benefit. I really think this is going to be a good word of the year, and I'm excited about the vision board that I'm making to kind of help me remember that. So I start my process by gathering all the supplies I need, and this year I'm keeping it pretty simple. All I'm using this year is just poster board, scissors to cut out images, and glue to glue down my images. So let's talk about images for a minute. Wherever you want to get your images from, that's going to work for you. I used to be really old school and be like, no, you can't get vision board images off the computer. That's too specific. They have to come to you. You have to find them. I've since changed my mind completely. Wherever you want to get images from, however you want to use them, whatever images you use, that's what's going to work for you. So I like to get images from magazines. Sometimes I get images from a Google search. Sometimes I get images from Instagram. I just get images that appeal to me from whatever place I can find them. And then I'll glue them all down. I do like to glue my images down on poster board because I feel like the act of gluing your images down really gets you in the mindset that you want to be in. But if you would like to use a program like Canva or Photoshop and make your vision board online, that is totally fine, totally works. And in fact, I have a post about how to make your own digital vision board if that's something that you want to do. But today we're going to make an old school one on poster board with images from a magazine that we're gluing down. So after I gather my supplies, I take a moment to set my attention for the board and get in a thoughtful mood. I'll light some candles, I'll play some relaxing music. I'll just try to get in a really creative and thoughtful place where I can really do a good job on my vision board. So then I spend some time journaling about my hopes, my dreams, my goals, and most importantly, my feelings behind those things. I really try to touch into the feeling that I feel when I accomplish my goal. For example, I'd really like to visit Iceland next year. And so instead of just simply thinking, oh, I want to go to Iceland, I think about why and how that'll make me feel. So I imagine feeling just awe at the beautiful scenery. I imagine feeling wonder and amazement at the northern lights. I imagine feeling relaxed and serene in the blue lagoon. I take time to really feel those feelings. So once I'm in touch with what I really want to accomplish in the upcoming year, then I start gathering my images. And this year, I'm looking for images that really give me a sense of the meaning of the word flow. I don't know exactly what that is. I'll show you the images that I find when I'm done, but I really want images that kind of make me feel the feeling of flow. And I'm looking for positive images here. If I see an image that gives me a feeling of lack, for example, like, oh, that car is so nice, I would love to have that car. My car is so crappy, I hate it. I note that and I actually keep the image, but I don't use it on my board. And similarly, if I find an image that makes me feel like, that's unrealistic, like, a woman throwing money up in the air or something that I think I can never possibly achieve, I won't use that image on the board either, but I will keep it. And the reason is because if emotions come up, if negative emotions come up, you need to work through them or they'll block you from reaching your goal, because in the back of your mind, you'll be like, yeah, I don't really think that I can do this, or I don't deserve this. You really need to make sure that you believe you can and that you definitely deserve the things you want. And I actually have a specific process that I use to kind of go through and process negative feelings. And I'm going to share that in an upcoming video. But for now, let's focus on just getting positive images for our vision board. So now that I've got my images, it's time to lay out my board. And a lot of people like to have a lot of white space, a lot of blank space, so they can really focus on the images. I'm the complete opposite. I like to have the whole board covered. So I'll put down a few foundational images to kind of cover the background, and then I'll put lots of little images on top of those. The reason for that is that it gives me just a feeling of abundance, like look at all the good things that are going to happen to me next year. So I really like the way that makes me feel. When I'm happy with my layout, I'll take a picture of the board with my phone so that I can remember how to lay the images out when it's time to glue them down. I may make some changes when I glue them down, I often do, but it gives me a good guide to follow. And then I just glue the images down and I take a minute to really admire and look at and feel my board. So here's my completed board. As you can see, it's based all around the theme for flow. And I used images that kind of gave me that relaxed and confident feeling. So Oprah is one of the most relaxed and confident people that I know, and it actually makes me feel a little comforted to look at her, so I definitely included her. And I included a lot of images of just people looking strong or people having fun. So here's a woman who's really strong. Here's some women having fun with an alpaca. I love this little boy. He seems like he's having such a good time. He's saying, where are you going? And it's like, yeah, I want to follow you. And I found a lot of really good sayings too. So I think this board is going to be really good, and I'll share in a year how it worked out. But I also added a few things like some physical objects, like some stickers that I found to make the board look pretty and to just give it some texture. I'm really happy with this board, and I'm going to hang it in my office over my computer so that I can look at it every single day while I'm working. So that's my vision board for 2022 and my process for making vision boards. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're going to make a vision board, let me know in the comments, and also let me know what kind of tips that you might have for making a vision board that really works. I'd love to learn from you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.